Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother, Yael Ezra Ben Levy, aka Talmud Kurt Todd. I greet you. Shalom Aleichem. Anyway, I want to do this quick video from the book of Micah. Micah chapter 4. I will be reading the first 7 verses. I will be doing this reading from the King James Version of the Bible. Before I get started, I'd like to give all the honor and praise to the Holy One of Israel, the God of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of our ancestors, the Israelites. And I just want to make it perfectly clear. Besides him, there is no other. He is our King. He is our Redeemer. He is our liberator. He's everything that we need. He is it. He is our King. Hallelujah. Now join me in the book of Micah chapter 4. Remember, we're only going to be reading the first 7 verses. Hallelujah. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of YaHoWaH shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and the people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of YaHoWaH, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of YaHoWaH from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. For the mouth of YaHoWaH of hosts hath spoken it. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of YaHoWaH our God forever and ever. In that day, saith YaHoWaH, but I assemble her that is halted, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. And I will make her that is halted a remnant, and her that is cast far off a strong nation. And YaHoWaH shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth even forever. Hallelujah. 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 Praise the mighty Yah. So let us take a look at a few key points here. Let us look at verse 2. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of YaHoWaH, and go to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of YaHoWaH from Jerusalem. So we see here in verse 2 that the nations will gather to the house of YaHoWaH to hear Torah. Now, some people may interpret it a different way, and that is fine, and I have no problem with that. But I believe it is what it says. The nations will come to hear the Torah, the teachings and instructions of YaHoWaH in the last days. Let us look at verse 5. And verse 5 is really what I wanted to get to, because verse 5 is really the thing I want to drive home. along with others, but verse 5 is really a kicker, so to speak. Verse 5, for all people will walk, everyone in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of YaHoWaH, our God, forever and ever. So we see from this here, the whole world is not going to serve YaHoWaH. There are going to be some people that will not embrace the God of Israel. But we do see that the people of God, the chosen people, said that we will walk in the name of YaHoWaH, our God, forever. So we can see right here that a Tanakh-based Israelite will only embrace the name of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They will not embrace another entity. They will not couple another name with the name of YaHoWaH. They will walk in the name of YaHoWaH. You can say YaHoWaH, 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 Yahweh, Jehovah. But if you are talking about the God of Abraham, if you are talking about the God that delivered the Israelites out of Egypt, that's the true God. That's the real God. And all other names are not real gods. They are strange gods. They are foreign gods that our people did not know. In their righteousness, our people did not embrace other gods. They did in their wickedness. But I'm talking about when our people walked in righteousness, they only served the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, YaHoWaH, or whatever the name you may choose to, how you choose to pronounce his name. But I thought verse 5 was very key. Something that needed to be spoke about. It said, for all people will walk, everyone in the name of his God. But it said, and we will walk in the name of YaHoWaH, our God, forever and ever. Now, as I told you before, in countless videos, whenever you see Lord in all caps, that is referring to the Creator, the Holy One, the one that created everything. This is not referring to a Messiah. This is not referring to the name of the Messiah. It's not referring to YaHoWaH. It's not referring to Yahushua. It's not referring to Jesus. It's just not. It's just be honest and just go with what the text say. Look it up yourself. Whenever you see Lord in all caps, it is not referring to the Messiah. So we can see right here, a Tanakh only Israelite will only walk in the name of YaHoWaH, or as I say, any other variants of that name you may use. Now let us look at verse 7. And then with verse 7, I will be closing this video out. And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast up far off a strong nation. And YaHoWaH shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever. So we can see that the remnant, that this strong nation, that this nation that YaHoWaH will bring back from the places where he has dispersed it, he will reign over us. Now, many want the Christ to reign over them. But we can see right here that YaHoWaH said he will reign over these, his called out ones, the one that he is raising up, the one that he will liberate, the one that he will bring back with a mighty right hand. and bring back unto himself and place back in the land. He said, this is his remnant. These are his people. And he said, he will reign over them. So for people that are messianics and say that YaHoWaH or Jesus will reign over them forever and ever, this verse lets you know that YaHoWaH is talking about his people that will embrace only him and that will live according to Torah, that he will reign over them. He don't say anything about a Mashiach. He don't say anything about a Christ. YaHoWaH makes it perfectly clear that it is he who that will reign over his people. Now, even though I do believe when we go back to the land and everything is restored to its proper way, we will have an earthly king sitting in the throne of David. But even with that earthly king sitting in the throne of David, just like David himself knew, David wrote and sung songs about the King of glory. Even David knew, even though I may be king, I know that there is a King of kings. I know that there is a Lord of lords that rules over man. He is the king that will rule over us. Even though we may have an earthly king sit in the throne of David, overall, Israel know their true king and who their true God is. And that is YaHoWaH, the Holy One of Israel, our Creator, our Maker, and our God. But this is your brother Yael. Shalom, love, and blessings, family. Till next time. Peace.